We're here at VMworld 2014, and I'm here with John and Jeff from CloudPhysics. And maybe can you introduce yourselves and tell me a little bit about the company and what you're showing here at VMworld?
Sure. John Blumenthal. I'm one of the founders of CloudPhysics and the VP of Product Management.
Jeff Hausman, I'm the CEO of CloudPhysics.
So what CloudPhysics is about is effectively delivering data via data science to allow administrators and architects of VMware infrastructures to make better decisions. And decisions that are based on data that allow for the design of infrastructure and the operation of infrastructure to be driven by data. Very similar to how other decisions are made in other mission-critical industrial processes.
So what are you showing here at VMworld? Like, what's the new announcements? Or I think we saw you guys last year at the show and did a little video with you, so people can go and look at the product. But what's new since then?
Yeah, so last year we introduced our platform, which we had spent the better part of the previous 18 months developing. In that platform, you can build analytics and simulations around a variety of use cases that are very common problems or common scenarios in vSphere environments. And we spent the latter part of last year designing very specific solutions that we call cards. Cards are discrete applications that focus on specific use cases. And in the course of the first half of this year, what we observed off of our platform was a lot of focus by our users on storage problems. So we dedicated ourselves to building a specific set of solutions around storage analytics in particular, that we have on exhibit here, that we introduced in the middle of the summer. But in addition, we have also enabled what we call Global Insights, which is a dynamic benchmarking functionality that allows us to give you the ability to compare your infrastructure in terms of configuration, performance, cost, against our growing and continuously growing data set, which is being generated by anonymous collections across thousands of data centers today. So this dynamic benchmarking is also on exhibit here on our floor. It's drawn a lot of attention. And I characterize that in a blog that I recently put up as big data for the data center. But we also have introduced something my co-founder Irfan Ahmad has introduced in what I'm calling little data, which are collections that have never really been done before for VMware admins to present data very specific down to the microsecond level of what a storage workload shape for a particular virtual machine looks like. And the visibility into all the dimensions of what that storage workload shape looks like is critical to communicating with your DBAs, your storage admins, with your application owners, to try and have a normalized discussion on how you can root cause a performance problem, or better understand how to plan capacity or purchase hardware in a data-driven fashion on SSD as an example. So all of that is on exhibit and are the two primary pieces that we introduced here at the show.
Maybe you can tell me a little bit about some of your customers and how they're using it.
Sure. So one of the things that's great, Brian, about our capabilities here, and we're providing, as we've described, kind of data-driven insights, so you make better operational decisions. We have a number of customers who are using the product in a variety of different ways, and so what we tried to showcase at the actual expo floor with the booth are various different use cases. So a very common one is, let's say, storage performance problems. How do you troubleshoot what the performance is? How do you pinpoint what the problem is? It's very dynamic, and it could be between particular virtual machines. It could be that one is a culprit that is causing problems with others that we would call as victims. It may be that one changes back and forth, and we have ways of helping you very quickly pinpoint what the problem is and what the potential issues that you need to rectify are. Other types of use cases are, for instance, things like capacity planning. A lot of people have idle or wasted, if you will, space, whether that's VMs, as data stores, etc. or looking at risk and operational hazards. So how do I understand if there's a particular knowledge potential article that is telling me that there's an issue that I need to address in my environment, going to cause a purple screen of death or something? How do I identify that? Well, one of the great things is our model is a dynamic and a SaaS model. So that means that we automatically, on a regular basis, know what's happening in your environment. We filter out the ones that are specific to you, so you don't have to go hunt and peck or enter in static information. It dynamically knows. So the types of customers we have range. We've had, and some of them are here, and actually one of them gave a tech talk at our booth. Everything from service providers to Global 2000s, all the way to smaller organizations. But it really runs the gamut, and they use it in a variety of those different ways.
So if people want to find out more information about your products, and I don't know if you have trials or some way that they can download that, what do they have to do, or where do they go?
Sure. So obviously, if you go to cloudphysics.com, you can very quickly sign up. We have a free version of the product. It has select functionality available, and it gives you quick, fast insights as to what's happening. It literally, all you need is to download a small V app, what we call an observer, and within 5 minutes or so, you've got that deployed. Within 15 minutes, you're starting to actually see data on the back end you can take advantage of. And then we have a premium offering that is licensed on a per host per year basis. So pretty straightforward. You can easily get access to the trial and easily understand it. And then if you're interested, sign up for the premium version.
Great. Well, thanks for taking the time to speak with us, and I hope you have a successful show.